Hello there. I believe this is recording. I hope this is working. I have no idea what I'm doing, okay? This is just a disclaimer right off the bat. This is very experimental for me. This is my first video here. I can see also I have a cat who is very vocal, so some things are gonna happen that are maybe a little unexpected here, but that'll be all part of the fun, I suppose. So hello, my name's Lawrence. I am a big fan of puzzles. I do puzzles on my iPad. You can see my Apple Pencil here. My iPad is just right there in front of me. And this channel that I'm going to start using now, I'm going to call it. Oh no, I'm going to call this channel Puzzle with Me. And eventually, I'm having obviously some technical difficulties right now. I'll smooth these things out. Um, yeah, back to the disclaimer part actually first. I Boy, I should have worked this out in my head more before I started. No, here's the thing. I am very much uh, into computers and gadgets and technology and stuff. I love my iPad. I have a MacBook Air here that I'm using. Um, I have a Apple Watch. Like I really like gadgets, but I am not great at using them. And there's my screen is back. I'm not great at using them, so I'm still learning a lot of this stuff. So you'll have to bear with me on some of the technical stuff. There may be technical difficulties from time to time, etc., etc. But anyways, back to talking about this channel. I like to do puzzles, and I thought, there's not too many people who do kind of word puzzles or logic puzzles on YouTube. There are a few out there, and I'm a big fan of them. I watch them a lot, but there's not too many. And so I thought, why not throw my brand in there, because I do puzzles pretty much every day, anyways. So why not, you know, put it on YouTube and let people do them along with me? So that's hence the Puzzle with Me moniker. And actually, my eventual kind of dream or vision would be to live stream and do live streams quite often, where people can kind of actually puzzle with me, join into the live streams and actually join in with me, and we can do puzzles together. And I think that would be pretty fun. Um, but for now, because I'm still learning this technology stuff and the video and how to get this picture-in-picture stuff and all that, this is all very new to me, and I'm just kind of experimenting here. For now, this is going to be just pre-recorded, but eventually I would like to do some live streams. But anyways, I thought I'd start out today. I see some flickering, I think, on my dashboard here, that like my iPad screen is flickering for you guys. I really don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if it's just a bad cable or a bad connection, or if it's a software issue. I don't know. You're just gonna have to deal with it for now, because I really and I think I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that later. But anyways, I thought I'd just do this kind of puzzle, kind of a simple puzzle, maybe. I'm not really sure. I haven't looked at this yet. I am looking at this fresh right now. But uh, this puzzle is called Pull Yourself Together. As you can see, the maker of this puzzle is Eric Berlin, which you can see under me right now. Eric Berlin, he makes this series of puzzles called Puzzlesnacks. I think, yeah, there. It's called Puzzlesnacks, and you can see his website, puzzlesnacks.com, down there. Um, it's a really good series. It's a pay subscription to subscribe to his Puzzlesnacks, but he if you subscribe to it, he'll send you one puzzle every week. They're pretty cool puzzles. The whole idea behind Puzzlesnacks is that the world of puzzles, and especially word puzzles, is quite high level. There's a high barrier to entry, really, for as far as like crossword puzzles and things like that. Eric Berlin's idea for Puzzlesnacks was to create puzzles that have a lower barrier of entry, basically. And my screen is gone again. I this is again sorry, we're just gonna kind of we'll work our way through this together, you and I. But anyways, Puzzle Snacks is his idea was to make word puzzles that are high quality word puzzles, but with a lower barrier of entry. So the degree of difficulty is not so high. And so I thought that might be a good kind of first video for me to do here because there would be a higher likelihood that I would actually be able to complete the puzzle. Like I said, I do like puzzles quite a lot, and I do puzzles every day, but that does not necessarily mean that I am an expert at them. I am often unable to finish puzzles. I go as far as I can. Sometimes I give up and go to Google to find to search for answers, etc., etc. I like to, of course, try to hold off on using the internet for hints for as long as I possibly can. But I'm not a genius. I do the best I can, but that doesn't always work out. So, anyways, with these puzzle snacks, I thought this would be a good place to start, so because I would be more likely probably to finish it without resorting to using the internet or anything. So, anyways, my screen is back here, so let's get to it. This puzzle is called Pull Yourself Together. Uh, so, feeling a bit all over the place, maybe this puzzle will help you sort yourself out. Each of the 22 body parts listed here can fit into the grid, one per row, always reading across. Letters in the larger areas will be shared by more than one body part, as demonstrated at right, where sample and example share their final 5 letters. And as you can see here, right, we have example and sample here. So the A, M, P, L, E are in larger squares because they are shared between the two words and in the same kind of order and position. So that's kind of the general idea here with this puzzle. So we have, and I'm going to zoom out here for a second, we have all of these body parts on the right hand side, and they're just listed in alphabetical order. And then on the left here we have a grid of squares, some larger than others, where they share where the two words that are vertically adjacent share some common letters. So the first thing, normally I probably wouldn't do this, but since this is a video for video purposes, to kind of make this more a little bit more explanatory of how one might go about solving these puzzles if you are not so good at puzzles necessarily. If you are a little more experienced, you might not do this, but if you're kind of learning how to do puzzles and maybe not sure how to do this, a good starting point here might be just to take note of how many letters are in each word, because that will kind of narrow down the possibilities. Like for if we look at the top row here, so just a note, anytime I look down, that means I'm looking at my iPad screen, which is the screen there. So if I look down and I'm starting to notate things, that means some notations will appear on your screen. So that's just a place for you to like draw your focus as I'm working here. So anyways, for this first row here, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters in that word. So that means that only a 6-letter word can go in that row. So that's why I think it might be a good idea to just take note of how many letters are in each of these words on the right-hand side. And maybe that will help to narrow down kind of the possibilities, right? So I'm just going to do that very quickly. Abdomen is 7. Appendix, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arteries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cartilage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fibula, 6. Fingers, 7. Hand, 4. Intestines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Larynx, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Liver, that's 5. Lungs is 5. Nerves is 6. Pancreas. Oh, oh my God. That is very unprofessional of me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Pancreas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Patella. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ribs is 4. Spine is 5. Spleen, that's 6. Sternum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tendons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Throat, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thumb is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tongue is 6, and that's it. So now we have a bit of a direction to go here. So we know that, for example, these first two here, the top one would be a, what was it? Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter word, and then below it we have a 5-letter word. So we're looking for a 6-letter word and a 5-letter word that share the first two letters there. Right? So let's take a look at what we have. That should be fairly easy because these are in alphabetical order, so they're going to be kind of near each other in this list. We have larynx, liver, lungs, no. Let's see, pancreas, patella, those do share the first two letters, but they are not the correct length. 6 and 5, so we have spine and spleen here. Those are 6 and 5. Those have the same first two letters. However, we also have throat and thumb here, which also share the first two letters. And so, interesting. So those are two possibilities. Now, however, let's see, SP, if we were to put spine in here, S-P-I-N-E, yes, that's what I thought. So if we were to put spine in here and spleen up top, you'll notice that we have two E's there. So those should be a shared letter as well, but because they are separated, we know that spine and spleen are, I'm just going to erase, spine and spleen are not the correct answers there. So that means we know that throat and thumb should be our correct answers for those top two rows. So let's put those in. What was it? Throat and thumb. So throat in the top, T-H-R-O-A-T, and then T-H. I guess I don't need to write T-H twice, do I? Let's erase that and write T-H in the center here. T-H-U, and again in the center, U, M, and B. Right? Cool. So we've got throat and thumb are gone. Done, taken care of. Next up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters, and it ends in UM. So I believe that the only possibility would probably be sternum here. Let's take a quick look at the list though, just to make sure. And yes, indeed, sternum is the only possible answer there. So S-T-E-R-N-U-M. All right, next up we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and the second and third letter being ER. 6 letters with ER as the second and third, so fibula is not it. Let's go down 6. There's larynx, that's not it. 6 nerves, that could be it. Any others? Spleen cannot be it. And tongue cannot be it, so that leaves us with nerves. Oh, we're done with sternum. And nerves, let's put nerves in. N-E-R-V-E-S. There we go. Next, below nerves, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need a 5-letter word that has the third and fourth being V-E. So again, we go down our list looking for 5-letter words, and we see, okay, liver, and that has VE there. Let's just double check, keep going through the rest of the list. Lungs, no. spine, no, and that is it. So it is definitely liver. And let's just go ahead and place L-I, whoops, let's put I in the center there, L-I-V-E-R. And actually, I just noticed liver is a very, the E in liver is used in a lot of words here, so I'm going to put E bigger. Oh, that was terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm actually recovering from a cold, which I know is not the best time to be doing a video. But just, I wanted to do this. Here we go. Okay. Anyways, back to it. After liver, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5-letter, and the third is I, and the fifth is E. So let me erase these markings here. All right. So 5 letters, I in the middle, and then E at the end. So we have spine here, and any others? Nope, must be spine. So let's cross out spine and add it in. S-P-I-N-E, spine. All right, after spine we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there is, what, an S, a P at the beginning. Starts with SP, and then there's an E in the 5th position. So SP with an E in the 5th, that has to be our spleen here. Let's cross that out. And let me erase my markings as well. And finish spleen. S-P-L-E. Well, that E is used quite a lot here. E-E-N. Excellent. Okay. Next up, we have a longer one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An 8-letter word with a P in the 2nd position and an E in the 4th position. So let's go. Well, we have, well, right off the bat, we have appendix here, which does match those criteria. Let's just double check the rest of the list. Arteries, no. Pancreas, no. And that's it. So it must be appendix. All right. That is A-P-P-E-N-D-I-X. And we can cross off appendix. All right, next up we have, let's see, since that was 8 letters, there's 2 more here at the end, so that'll be 10 letters. And we're looking for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, the 4th letter is E, 6th and 7th letter is I. So 10 letters with the 4th being E. And actually, there's only one 10-letter word here, so it must be intestines. So I-N-T-E, that works. S-T-I is there. N-E-S. Perfect. So far, so good. Below intestines, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters, beginning with T-E. So let's go to T-E, and there is only one 7-letter word that starts with T-E, and that is tendons. So let's try it out. Tendons. T-E-N-D-O-N-S. Perfect. Excellent. All right. Below tendons, we have, again with a T, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters. So let's just clear that off. 6 letters, beginning with a T. There can't be many more left. Yes, we only have tongue left. That's our last T. So T-O-N-G-U-E. Tongue. Excellent. Next up, let's see. This should be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Yes, indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, I clipped my G there. And we have an N and G in the 3rd and 4th position. So let's look at our 5-letter words. We have lungs here, and that is our last 5-letter word. So it must be lungs. L-U-N-G-S. Good. Next. So lungs was 5, so that means the next one is 6, 7. Okay, so 7 letters, and we have an N and a G again in the third and fourth. So 7 letters, not abdomen. Fingers. Fingers matches. Let's just double check the rest. Patella, no, and that is it. So it must be fingers. So let's go Fingers. Cool. Next up, we have a 6-letter word that starts with Fi. So we know, since our list is conveniently in alphabetical order on the right-hand side, we can see right away that it is fibula. Fibula. Excuse me. Okay, next up, just a 4-letter word up next, and it is, the second letter is I, third letter is B. 4-letter words, we only have 2 of them, I think. Yeah, hand and ribs, and obviously ribs is the one. R-I-B-S. Moving right along. Next up is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. 7 letters, and we just know the second letter, which is B. And so let's take a look. We have just 2 7-letter words left. We have abdomen and patella. Obviously, abdomen is the correct answer. Abdomen. No, that A should be in the middle here. Abdomen. Okay. Next up, we have just 4 letters, and second letter is A, fourth letter is D, and there's just one 4-letter word left anyways, but it is hand, which fits perfectly. H-A-N-D. Nice. Next up, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. 8 letters here, and let's see. 8 letters with A-N in the second and third position. So we have arteries is 8. Nope. Pancreas is 8. It must be pancreas. Pancreas. Cool. This is great. I love this. I love puzzles. Even really simple ones like this. Like, I just love the feeling of solving a puzzle, which is why I wanted to do this. I want to share my love of puzzles. I want to share the joy that it brings me, and that's why I want to puzzle with me. I want you to puzzle with me. Anyways, next up we have PA, and then it ends with A, and I can just eyeball that that's 7 letters because it is just below our 8-letter word there. And so we have 7 letters beginning with PA. It is patella. P-A-T-E-L-L-A. Maybe you guys can start to place the rest of these, without my narrating everything, but I'm just going to continue narrating anyways. So that was 7 letters. I can just eyeball that the one below it is 2 longer because there's 1 extra letter on each end. So we have a 9-letter word coming up next, and the only 9-letter word on our list is cartilage. So it must be cartilage. C-A-R-T-T-I. Is it T-I? No, I'm blanking on the spelling of cartilage. Yes, T-I-L-A-G-E. Cartilage. Next one starts with A-R, so that should be easy to fill in. Yep, arteries. There we go. A-R-T-E-R-I-E-S. And the last one on our list. Oh, I forgot to cross out intestines, but the last one on our list is larynx here. So let's just put it in L-A-R-Y-N-X. And isn't that lovely how all of those words just kind of fit together? They're all body parts, so he stayed on theme. This is just the Puzzlesnacks puzzles that Eric Berlin has made here. They are, I can show you some of the ones that I've done in the past. This one looks a little bit more complicated, but I promise you it's really not that bad. Here's one as well. So he's done a lot of, you can see there's a lot of different kinds of puzzles that he's made. They are, in fact, so far they have all been completely different kinds, completely different types of puzzles. And so they're really neat. They're really quite simple. I mean, this one I think was maybe just slightly on the easier side of the puzzles that he's done so far, but they've all been fairly easy to do, but still really satisfying because they're just, you know, he either has a theme like this to go with to bring everything together, or just the words fit nicely together. That's really um, they're just really light, uh, don't require massive amounts of brain power, but you do need to think through it a bit and think logically. So they're really nice. This is not, by the way, a paid advertisement or anything. I just really like puzzles, and I really appreciate people who make puzzles. And I like that Eric Verlin has found this kind of niche in puzzles of really elegant and unique puzzles that are of a lower difficulty level, and so have a lower barrier to entry. So if you are new to puzzles, I really recommend these if you're interested in trying out some puzzles and you know seeing a nice variety, but also worried about things being too difficult. So I thought that would be a good starting off point for this video and for this channel. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I will gradually work my way through them and try and improve the quality of these videos. But I think this is a good place to just finish an introduction. My name again is Lawrence, and this has been Puzzle with Me, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for joining me.